this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted.
And the Eagles are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Another run here with Sanders. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Hurts.
It's caught by Sanders. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
And that's how you shake off the interception you throw in the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
First carry for Kenneth Gainwell.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
On 2nd and 11 now. Hurts. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 34-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Sanders.
Down to about the 32. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Hurts dancing to his left. And Sanders has got it complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 17-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
2 yards left on second down from the 9. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Winston. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. The Eagles are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And good running, going to get this down close to a 1st at the Saints' 41. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. And they'll try and run for it with Gainwell. And he's got the 1st before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Get his shoulder square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 59 yards rushing for it as he has been tough to stop here this first half. It is a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. It's a second down run with Sanders. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Well, they go with a tight end carry, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 2nd and goal. Hurts. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too. Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost. Winston's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. A first down throw for Winston. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And they'll work this down inside the 30. The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam. But notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play. They'll throw again. Winston. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive. Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Winston now. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here. Second down and goal. Winston. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara as the first half is winding down. And the Saints drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score. Lutz good on the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers. Yeah, I don't think you... And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there, you throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well. Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half.
Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Final play of the half here, Winston. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off of the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. The 40, Deontay Hardy. He will score. Touchdown, Saints.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 82 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Another run with Sanders. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And that's complete to Sanders. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Second down, back to Sanders.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. First down, Winston.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Winston. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about.
So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. They find some open field here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
44 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Play action now, Winston. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Winston to give, it's Kamara.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. Here's Winston. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Saints have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. On first down, Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand the field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
From the 44, Hurts. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Throwing is Hurts. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw again on second down, Hurts. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. Ooh, with a juke. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Sanders is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 2nd and goal, Hurts. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. I mean, what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
No gain on the play there, second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And this is caught. It's Brown. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 42. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. On the move to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. To try again after the sack. Hurts. And he'll just get rid of it.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's Hurts to throw. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They're looking to throw this. Winston. Flushed out right. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Following the interception, Winston. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it.